So this is our product, battery powered. Once we deploy, I don't want to go to the farm anymore. Right? So it's LoRaWAN antenna. It's a battery powered that lasts for 3 to 4 years. Just a very simple on-off button. And yeah, battery powered. And whenever it's a mobile sensor, then we can actually push to the cloud. Okay, next one. So it's Malaysian made. Right, next one. This is how it looks like for our deployment. So what I'm trying to say right now is for IoT, big topic. So in order for the company to sustain, we must actually have a very sharp and focus on a certain key area. Big topic for the smart farming. So we choose the value crops, which is durian. Next one. Okay, so this is our services, consultations, data analysis, and specialized in durian. Just now, Barako is actually specialized in coffee. Sorry, now it's durian. Later on, it will be durian coffee. Yeah. Okay, yeah, next one. So everyone knows what is the value of the durians in the worldwide? 25 billions year 2023, but expecting to grow even further. So you can see the good money, right? But of course, come with the challenges, right? Long growing cycle, sensitive to the weather and also the soil. Okay, next one. So this is very important. When we try to introduce people, smart farming, you can try to start the journey of the technology. Okay, we must actually provide them a good picture as in overall. Else they will feel like, just monitoring, nothing much. We must tell them what we can do with the data, right? IoT sensor is just a very low level, right? But without these important things, we can't achieve the precise planting model, which is here. Okay? Most of the planters that come to us, the first thing that they're going to tell us is, I want to create my own SOP. I can plant a good durian. Okay, I want to create my own one. So, how to create your own recipe without the sensor, without all the data? You can't. So this is the way. They want to create their benchmark. How to plant a good durian. Let's say, if you compare to the last season, why I'm doing so well, so that you can be the benchmark to compare. Okay, this is how I treat the plant last year. Then you know why, right? Okay, so LoRaWAN connectivity, this is, I can tell you that it's one of the best. It's one of the best in a rural area. In a farm, we just need to have a backhaul in a gateway, then you can have a few kilometers. So one gateway, just imagines about 300 acres. I just put one gateway, right? All the sensors will pick up from there, regardless whether it's hilly or flat. No problem, okay? Next one. Okay, so just click, yep. So hardware is one thing. I always have a challenge. The farmers will say, why should I pay you for the following year subscriptions? When they don't see the value, they are not going to pay you. That will be end of the story about IoT. So we need to create a lot of insight based on the data. So whenever we're free, whenever we are in toilet, right, we should actually look at how the data actually is helping the clients, right? For example, some areas, my clients, right, he actually has a hard pan, we call it. The water doesn't penetrate to the active root zone. Okay, so very easy to compare. We have the the weather station, we have the soil sensor, but after a few hours, then only the soil sensor detect the water. So this is one thing. So we have the EC sensor, we can actually avoid the wastage. Detections of the leakage, huge plantations. You have a very good there's an irrigation system. We're going to make sure that the irrigation system is performing. So we need to put a pressure gauge to see the water pressure. A good irrigation system, we must always see when you do irrigation, right? Every time 2 bar of water means 2 bar. Whenever it's dropped below, problem. Maybe somebody hit the pipe, burst, or whatever. Then, no point you go and complain that some trees actually bigger, some actually younger, because you treat them differently, right? You didn't provide them the right amount of water, right? So, detection of leakage. Third, the fourth one, which is how we can overcome the diseases. Okay, for durian, very important, which is for the canker, when the pH change, when the pH is too low, when there's a water lock, high chance. Okay, this is more like a cancer for the tree, right? How we respond to the change of climate. The change of climate is actually leads to the bad quality of durians. So last seasons, right, it's actually affected the export, all right? Because of too hot, that's why there's a burn seed inside. You open up. So you know the weather pattern, you know that it's going to be very hot. We need to create the environments. So this is how we actually overcome. Rex? So these are the product and solutions. Soil sensor, pH, tensiometer, water pressure, weather stations, like we mentioned today. Okay, next one. Yep, this is how they plant a good durian. You can see that the green color is actually the pH. The blue color is the nutrient. So you can see whether the farm, these people actually working or not. Are they putting in the fertilizers when come into the fruiting? Right? You see that the nutrient is actually shooting up, but the pH is coming down. This is represent what? This is trying to tell us that, yes, your workers is actually working, is actually responding because of the acidic of the fertilizer. Okay? So we need to keep the pH to be very optimum, 5.5 to 6.5. Whenever it reach the threshold below, then some treatments that will be required. Else the tree will not absorb any nutrients. Okay? All right? So there's a pressure drop. Okay? Not only look at the soil, but we can actually see the performance of the irrigation system. Next. Yeah, this is the hard pan that I mentioned. One of the zone, after the 7 hours only can be detected. But the zone 2, 3, 4, good. In good shape. Next. So this is some of our deployments across the Malaysia. Okay, next. Yeah, this is the use case. One of my clients, at the beginning, he's not sure how to do the irrigations. He just listens to, some master, just turn on 2 hours. Without the data, how can you justify that, So, with all the graph, right, he can actually try to find out what is the wilting point, what is the saturation point, and the water can actually last for how long. Maybe some areas can last for 5 days. You don't have to do irrigations. Next. So we work with universities for the product enhancement and also for the applications of IoT data. Next. So these are some of my clients in Malaysia. Okay, next. Some medias with Alibaba. All right, Ken, next. So we will actually appear in the NASDAQ as well, and also with together with the Semtech.
right? So, as a smart farming provider, right, important thing is we must have the problem statements. If there's no problem, if we still go in, it will be a headache, okay? More problems for you, right? But for durians, always there's challenges. Expectations, need to have a same expectations. Else they will say, smart farming can fly, right? Immediately can get an ROI. No, it's a tools. What he mentioned is correct, right? We must have the analysis. Without the analysis, you become a white elephant. Commitments. I always tell my client, sorry, no freebies. No free. You put we actually invest our time and also your time. It's not fair to give a free like this, you know? No free, okay? Everyone commit to that, okay? Economic to skill, scalable, all right? We can't just sell 1 or 2 units. We must sell as in skill, you know? This is the aim. At the beginning, yes, maybe 10 units, but later on, it must be able to scale. So, PEACE, peace. Right, next one. So we have a registered IP for the satellite farming. Okay, these are the MOU with the universities. Next. So with the Malaysian digital economy. Next one. How we apply the AI to do some predictions. Next. With ST visited the farm. Right. Okay, next one. Apart from durian, this is more on vertical farming. Okay, next one. So these are some of our partners. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay.